Hello, Tauruses, and welcome to Deku Tarot. I'm going to be doing your weekly tarot reading for May 27th through June 2nd of 2019. Okay, Tauruses, thank you guys so much for all of your continued support. You guys continue to be my most watched group, so that's pretty amazing. So thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate the shares and the subscribes, and if you haven't, guys, please remember to share the videos, to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to book a private reading, all that information is right below this video in my description box, okay? Taurus, this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It cannot and it will not resonate with every single one of you, and that's okay. Excuse me. Do check out your readings for your other placements for your weeklies, like your moon, your rising, your Venus, as well as your monthlies, because they might have better better attuned messages for you if this one doesn't resonate with you, or you might need to hear them for some different areas of your life or for one reason or another. So do check out your other placements for your weeklies as well as your monthlies. The June ones will be a little bit shorter and they will be out within the next few days, so keep an eye out for the June 2019 monthlies as well. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see general messages from Spirit about career, about general life, spiritual messages here, what's coming through for my Tauruses or what might be happening this week. We're going to check that out with the Hermetic Tarot here, okay? All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. 27th through the 2nd. We need to know what will be happening. What will the general energy be? First, we get the Last Judgment. 10 of Swords. Wow. Okay. And you know, Tauruses, I feel like it's been such an up and down journey with Uranus in our sign. 1 minute, everything looks like it's about to be roses and, you know, sunshine and amazing, and we're finally getting to where we want to go. And then we're, you know, asked again by the universe, do we really want this? And what would you do to get there? If we don't have what it takes, it's not going to work out. And if we give up, it's not going to work out. So we've been through a lot of painful trials and tribulations here. Okay, with the Last Judgment and the Ten of Swords, and that is very clear here. So let's see what else is coming out this week, what else might be happening, general life, career, spiritual messages for this week. But in the center of your reading here is the King of Pentacles, which is you. 5 of Swords. Wow, okay, this is like a fighting energy this week. The sun is out of your sign here, but yeah, wow, there is some big energies here. I'm gonna leave him right there in the middle. We're gonna spread these guys out, okay? So as you guys know, my Last Judgment card is my Bring Out Your Dead card. What do we need to bring out here that is no longer serving us? What in our life, or what are we carrying around that is truly just dead weight, dead things that we don't need to hold on to? And Taurus, you guys are kind of known to be a little bit of a pack rat in those sense, in terms of physical things we hold on to, as well as other things that, you know, people will say that we're pretty stubborn. I think that all fixed signs are extremely stubborn, and I do not think that you are the most stubborn sign, but there is a sense of holding on here. But with the Ten of Swords, it does feel that we've learned a lot of really painful lessons here, karmic lessons. We've gone through some, again, the trials and tribulations of whatever we needed to learn here. So let's clarify the Last Judgment and the Ten of Swords. What's happening for Tauruses here? Lord of Ruin, Spirit of Primal Fire. Whoo boy, 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. So again, like, remember when I was saying, what are you holding on to that you really don't need to? When the 4 of Pentacles is there, it usually shows somebody that's grasping, you know, pentacles, like, it looks like, you know, for their dear life. They're not going to spend them. They're not going to give them to anybody. They're going to hold on to that with all of their all of their power and all of their might there. And when the 4 of Pentacles shows up, the Last Judgment and 10 of Swords, there are some things that we've definitely held on to, some things that we've built up in our heads, possibly, that we are unwilling to change. And the universe is kind of asking us here, wow, okay, these cards just came out for you flying out, so I'm going to take a look at those as well. I think that all this kind of has a lot to do with each other. If we want to be more stable, strong, and abundant in the future, especially if it's for career, and I think I'm getting the feeling a lot of Tauruses here are fighting for some type of recognition, some type of money, some type of, you know, we're just trying to step up here. And we've been trying to do it for a while. You guys have been trying to reach a certain level of prosperity, of success, of abundance, and I just feel it's been quite a road to get there, and we're holding on to some things here that we probably don't need to. some things that might hold us back a little bit, you know, ways of doing things, you know, outdated ways of thinking, because we've changed here. Our success has changed. The things that we are doing should change as well. It's time to, you know, take that step up, to take the next step in terms of treating ourselves almost more professionally, treating ourselves better, because you are not the same Taurus you were a year ago. You're not even the same Taurus you were at the beginning of your solar return. So remember that here, because the universe says, you know, we're in our new chapter here, and if we want it to be everything we want it to be, we're going to have to stand up strong. We're going to have to continue working. We're going to have to be proud of who we are, and we're going to have to, you know, make the efforts here. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Fight for it. Okay, Lord of Defeat, if you feel defeated, it's time to make some swift changes. It's time to open up a new chapter here, because if you want all this money, you want this abundance, you want to feel stable, secure, and all that jazz in terms of money, in terms of a career, I think that's what it has a lot to do with. For some of us, I do think it's a lot about moving as well, weirdly enough. I think that the universe, King of Pentacles, and Eight of Wands, we might be getting some opportunities to move, to travel, or we're wanting to do this here, and we're wanting to make some distinct changes. So maybe we're, you know, communicating with people, putting in a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of stuff out there that we believe are going to come back to help us build a better foundation, to help us in terms of work. We might again be reaching out to people. Clarify Five of Swords, Three of Pentacles for Taurus this week, and we're getting Seven of Cups, Lord of Illusory Success. Maybe building with others will help us see, you know, where our illusory successes are. If we think of something as successful and to the rest of the world it is not successful, it might be time to listen to what our friends or family or people that we want to work with have to say. And if somebody does want to work with you this week, I would say they're probably going to communicate with you. There's going to be a lot of communication there, a lot of swift movement forward, communication about what we want to do, maybe some planning here. It's interesting because the Five of Swords and the illusory success here seem very linked to me. I think for some of us here, we might feel very defeated, and we might be very confused as to why. And again, I think that the Three of Pentacles will help us shine some light there. I'm going to pull one more clarifier for that. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's communication. I think communicating and working with others here, really evaluating, you know, how we're working in terms of mind, body, soul. Are you living up to your whole truth here? Are you happy? Are you abundant? Are you doing what you want to do? What have we built, you know, whatever we're working on here, whatever we are, you know, pushing forward in, what have we built it on? And do we need to really look at, you know, what we built it on? You know, what are the three pillars here, you know, in terms of mind, body, soul? What is our truth in terms of what we're putting out into the world? And does it really resonate with us in every aspect? Or are we, you know, saying this and doing that, but not really being, you know, very present in whatever we're creating? If that makes sense. I'm trying to find a better way to describe that. But I mean, it's also, Tauruses, you guys need to be present and fully immersed in what you're working in, or else it doesn't mean anything to you. It's going to feel like nothing. Tauruses, they do, yes, we love to work. We like to keep on creating, doing, you know, creating with the earth, you know, making material things, making money. But it has to be something that we enjoy doing. So why are we feeling defeated and confused? Are we really doing everything that we love here? Are we really putting our truth in our mind, in our body, in our spirit here when we see the Three of Pentacles? And maybe somebody can help us see, you know, where we're not living up to that. Knight of Swords, sometimes I see him as kind of a download, messages coming through here. It's clarity, honestly, very, very suddenly, very swift change, very swift communication, possibly to collaborate with other people, possibly from other people that can help you see, you know, how to move past this defeated, confusing feeling here. Because, I mean, it seems like you're cooking right here. Like, we're moving past something. We're ready to release, you know, these old habits, these things of, you know, we've built a strong foundation here. We have the earthly power. So don't hold on to it like we're never going to get it again. So, again, if you need to spend money to make money this week, do it. This is a new chapter. We are closing out that Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is there. That Lord of Ruin is over. It is over. Whether it's upright or reverse, you see the universe, you see a 10 here, you know that that chapter is closed. The Last Judgment is saying, time to let go of this. Especially, I feel like mentally, if you guys are beating yourselves up and you're wondering, why me, like, you know, Spirit wants you to know that they have your back, that they love you, and that they are going, you know, whatever you're trying to do right now, they have your back, but you have to believe in yourself as well. You can't just assume that things are going to fall into your lap, that things are just going to change. If we get caught up in the emotions and almost like the psychosis energy of it, of, you know, what we don't have and what we want, then we're going to put ourselves in a negative place. And what we really need to do is stand stable at every step in the road here. Realize we've been through it, but to hold on to all that energy is not going to bring us where we want to. It's going to bring us back into this defeat and confusion. When what we really should do is maybe turn to others, possibly an air sign, or doesn't even have to be, but communicate with others, collaborate with others, really look at your foundation of what you're doing and if you're being true to yourself and what you love and what you want to put out into the world here. But again, if you can't see that and you're still feeling confused, I say reach out to somebody who can really be like, hey, Taurus, maybe if you fix this, maybe if you do this. Somebody that will be honest and open with you. And again, if that's someone that you work with or you want to collaborate with people, great time to do so. Let's look at the Stacey DeMarco Halloween Oracle here for a message from Spirit, a message from your higher selves for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Advice from our higher selves, advice for my Tauruses. May 27th through June 2nd. We get Dawn. Wow, the light after the darkness. I really, really love this card. Yes, this is a perfect, oh, I love this card. This is such a good message here, guys, really. So, should you receive the Dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it's being indicated here. So, guys, stop holding on to any sort of past things that didn't work out, changes that need to be made here. Time to embrace and see that the dawn is coming in here. We've been through the hardest times. We've been through the most difficult moments here. Even if they do seem extremely difficult, extremely devastating, it's passing. You need to understand that it's passing and dawn is coming here. We're having hope. You need to have hope in this moment because it will come through. All right, let's look at love for you guys. I'm kind of drawn to use the Game of Thrones Tarot for this. Love for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Do be sure, if you want to book a private reading or check me out on Instagram or Twitter, all that information is right below this video in my description box. Also, guys, I'm gonna start putting out some merch that I myself have designed and illustrated, and all that will be in that little Teespring bar below. So keep an eye out for that as well. And I'm also putting out the first video of the Crystal series this week, so we're going to keep on with that one. So a lot of new stuff coming out this week, a lot of big changes. All right, love for my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And you know that these are general love readings. And if you want couples and singles for like the month of June, let me know in the comments, okay? Maybe I'll do love readings this month, maybe I won't. Depends on what you guys want. So love for my Tauruses. Four of Wands, really nice, guys. Whoa, what's popping out here? The Emperor, I almost want to put him reversed. I didn't see him reversed at first, but we'll see how we feel about him. Ooh, 10 of Cups reversed. Judgment. The Devil reverse. Holy crap. Okay. You guys have been in a place with love, huh? A lot of signs have been, but especially I feel like, I don't know, Taurus, it's been a weird ride lately. I think that you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers here. Let's clarify the Four of Spears to the Emperor reversed. So I like the Four of Spears. It's usually, a card of weddings, a card of, really good ties if you went on vacation, if you or just wanted to connect with your loved one here at some parties. Or again, I know that in America it's Memorial Day weekend, so maybe at the beginning of the week, which is Monday, when we have usually, I think, the holiday, Memorial Day, you guys might be celebrating, going out somewhere, connecting, just really enjoying your partner if you're with one, or meeting somebody. Clarify Four of Spears and the Emperor reverse for Tauruses. Love and relationships, love and romance. Lovers reverse, interesting. Wow. Okay, so some of us here, the Emperor reverse and Lovers reverse, there is a distinct lack of control and a choice, or feeling like, a choice is out of our hands in terms of love. The Emperor reverse, 10 of Cups reverse. 3 of Cups reverse. Holy crap, guys. Okay. 10 of Cups reverse and Judgment. 6 of Coins reverse. What the hell is going on here? Alright, Judgment and the Devil reverse. This is the only part that I really like, I'll be honest. The Hanged Man. Do I want to take that back? Maybe. But then there's the Two of Cups there at the end with the Devil reverse. So that's there's love at the end of this. I promise you, Taurus, there is love at the end of this, even if this seems insanely difficult, insanely painful here. Wow. How do I even start this feeling? It's like you guys were fine here, and then all of a sudden it's like this leads you. I would say if you guys are going out, don't drink too much. Don't get yourself too crazy, because it might cause you to be a little bit more emotionally disruptive or a little bit out of control. That out of controlness might cause fighting. If you're in a relationship, it might cause you to stop having fun at an event that maybe you were having at. You could end up ruining a little bit of a time here. For those of you guys who have wanted something with a Gemini, and you guys came up in Gemini's reading a little bit. If you guys are trying to covet somebody, like lock a Gemini down, stop locking it. Stop trying to lock a Gemini down. They don't like that. Just stop it. Seriously, just stop it. They're not into the greedy, I want you to be mine, I want to own you, I want to have you kind of energy. They're not into that, okay? And it's going to cause them to think that you are a little bit too serious and that you really are kind of out of control. They're kind of upset with how much control you're trying to exert over them, and that will absolutely just turn them off, okay? So if you want to pursue a Gemini, and I think that some of you guys do this week, I would say, and even if it's not a Gemini, just don't go at people like trying to control their decisions, what they want with it, what you need, and trying to lock it down. Because I know Taurus, a lot of you guys are always looking for that stable, long-term relationship, being the fixed earth sign. It's kind of what y'all are known for. You're not really usually, I don't know. I don't meet a lot of Tauruses who give me the player vibe. Not all the time, but and at least not in this reading. It feels like you guys are really trying to lock it down, and somebody is like, maybe you should like relax. Like, I like you and stuff, but you have to stop getting stuck up in this energy of, to be in love and to be with somebody equals, you are mine, I am yours forever, and we need to, solidify this. You need to trust this person. You need to have some trust here. This person probably feels like you don't have trust for them, that you don't, have faith in them in this situation. And that you're like, I'm trying to put all this stuff in and you're not, this isn't equal. But, maybe you need to see this from their perspective of, I'm not trying to do this right now. And you need to see it from that other person's perspective of, yeah, again, they're not trying to solidify this. They're not trying to lock it down the way you are. And they might need to go a little bit slower. You need to stop getting up in this mindset, in this cycle of, I must own, I must control, I must have. What do I have? I mean, that is what you guys are known for. It's not about what you have, what you own. You cannot own and have love. It can only come in and you can open your heart to it, okay? And allow it to grow within you and outside of you. Anyways, there is an energy. I just feel like you guys might be trying to exert too much control this week. Try to lay off of it. But if it is not you, you might be dealing with somebody that's very greedy, somebody that, doesn't understand boundaries, somebody that's trying to force you into a decision here, and it's kind of ruining the lovely atmosphere. Somebody might be kind of exerting too much control, trying to control you, trying to almost bully you in a way, and it's really turning you off with that 10 of Cups. You're feeling like, wow, I didn't expect you to be this way, and that this kind of like really sucks. You're like, I'm not into this, I'm not vibing it, I don't feel very great about this whole situation. There's a sense of disconnection here and issues that cannot be resolved. We cannot come to an agreement here, especially the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Coins reversed. There's imbalances that might need to be looked at from, again, a different perspective, and we might need to be honest and open with what kind of role we've played in this, okay? So, Taurus is, wow, let's get a couple cards of advice here. This is a lot of advice. It feels like there's love here at the end of the week, but let's look at some advice. Advice for my Tauruses, advice for them in their love lives this week, in this energy. What will help them their highest good in love, what will help them to their highest good in love and relationships. 7 of Swords reversed. Reveal what needs to be revealed here. But also be aware that not everybody is looking out for your best interests. Interesting that shows up there, Knight of Swords. Somebody might be peeking on you that does not have the best interests in heart here. So again, if you are dealing with somebody new or somebody that's coming in here and you don't know what they really want with you, you're getting, especially if they're messaging you online, I'm getting, especially because the Knight of Swords to me is usually like online messages, things that are very sudden, very like intense, and you're like, where did that one come from? We might be having some reveals this week that we need to deal with and need to look at here. And, yeah, I feel like for some of us here, we might have exes or somebody else coming out of the woodwork here to tell us something. We really don't trust it. The 7 of Swords is a really interesting card to have there, especially with the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of, mental energy that's very intense, very sharp, and kind of confusing for you, I think. So the Seven of Swords is reversed. I usually see that as kind of a reveal, you know. But if you are able to think smart here, you can still get one step ahead of whatever this person is doing to you or dealing with. And it might be that somebody's trying to play some manipulative power controlling games with you. I know I was saying that that might be you guys, and that's if you're trying to lock down a Gemini I was getting, but you might feel that somebody is kind of like really imbalanced this week, and you're like, listen, like, this situation is not working out for me. You know, I love you and there's love here, but if we're not willing to work past this stuff and we can't balance this stuff out, we can't look at this from different perspectives. If you can't see this from my perspective as to why this was messed up here and why, you know, the way you were treating me was hurting me or was messed up and wrong, then I don't know how to work through this. You might be saying that to somebody, but again, I think that you guys, whether you're saying it or not, need to look at it from the other person's perspective as well. There's a need to kind of switch perspectives, to put on the other person's shoes here, okay? And again, there is, if you wanna deal with this and not feel like you end up being a victim by the end of the week, you're going to need to say what you need to say here. You need to do what you need to do. You're going to need to try to keep your wits about you here, because the Knight of Swords is also, you know, it's a sudden drama, sudden conflict, relationship stress, other discord here, challenges that we need to overcome that suddenly crop up here. Again, it could be an air sign that comes in, it could be a message that comes in from somebody. It's going to be different for a lot of you, and again, these are just general weekly readings, so however this resonates with you, you mean, let me know in the comments below, but there is definitely a need to try to stay one step ahead of how somebody's treating you here. If somebody starts a fight or starts something where you're like, no, we've been down this road again, I'm not doing this, then you stand your ground, you do what you need to do here, but you also have to look at this from the other person's perspective of balance, because you're going to be like, I don't even know, like, I was having a good time, everything was balanced, like, why are you doing this? Like, this is not balanced, and there's a lot of discord here, especially with the Ten of Cups reversed in the middle of your reading here. It's how do we work through this, and can we? Big week for love for you guys, jeez. Let's pull a Romance Angel Oracle card, or two, for you guys, okay? Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. It's my Romance Angel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Remember when I said the Seven of Swords reversed and the Knight of Swords is kind of a lot of intense, sudden, dramatic communication. Somebody starts stuff with you, you might need to reveal and be like, listen, no. Or something like that. Or again, somebody might do that to you, but if you guys have needed to say something, needed to bring something out into the open, time for heart-to-heart conversations is here. And for those of you who are dealing with someone you have chemistry with, where again there's confusion and issues, know that there is a strong magnetic connection here. There is a strong connection between you guys, and maybe that's why there's flare-ups and drama and, you know, kind of feels like some intense energy there. So guys, let me know how that resonates with you, but those are your messages for the week of May 27th through June 2nd. I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best this week. Do remember to share and subscribe to the channel. I do appreciate it. Check out your June and your May monthlies, as well as your weeklies for your other placements. And to book a private reading, all the info is below. Thank you guys so much.